What's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer. And I think I'm going to take Swordsman to start us out here. Just to also want to point out, when I change my ability using this here, it is a mod. It is not a function of the Dark Mirror. You can only use it if you have the PC version. So, because people are always asking me, and I want to make just make sure I occasionally bring it up. And I'm going to bring the Werewolf with Beast Sleep here. I don't know, kind of setting up bleed potential, though not obviously committing to bleed, but pretty heavy bleed potential here. These are like two of the best bleed things you can have, is Swordsman and Beast Sleep on your Werewolf. And who knows what can happen from there. Got his ass. I did not want him to get away from me, and thankfully he didn't. Although it wouldn't have mattered too much, but like, that's my money, man. You got my money. And I want that. This conductor Dark Elite's kind of a pain in the ass. Thankfully, he didn't get me too hard with it. Also, someone recently in a comment said that I should occasionally slow down and show items to people, which is a completely fair thing to bring up. I can't do it for every item, obviously, because like the pacing of the video would be horrible if I did it for every item I ever see. But if I'm like building an archetype up and I find a key item, like, you know, like an item that is very beneficial to that archetype, I will show it off. Which, this is a pretty good dual item. This is the Mad Harpoon Omen, though obviously it's an Omen, so you have to be careful with it. Leave a mark upon attacking an enemy to deal 45% more damage to enemies with the mark. The mark can only be left on one enemy, and this is amplified damage, by the way. Marks cannot be left on any other enemy until the enemy with the mark is defeated. So, basically, like, dual personified in an item. It just makes dual runs even stronger. But, I'm not committing to it. Not that it would be bad here. It would actually be pretty good. Like, a dual run with these two characters is something I could get behind pretty easily. But, Mad Harpoon is an Omen, so building my run around an Omen is always a bit of a hard sell for me personally. But the Mad Harpoon is definitely one of the better Omens out there. And also, like, in my item tier list, I just kept noticing that I actually have a far higher opinion of most Omen items than I even thought I would have had myself. So turns out I actually kind of like Omens. I just don't like the Omen inscription, but who does? Thought it would be further down there. Alright, beautiful. Also, not that it really means anything yet, but we might be high rolling our doors here. Excuse me. I might have to drink some water here in a second. Because I've been talking a lot today. Alright, let me drink some water real quick so I can make my throat not so scratchy. Just one moment, please. Alright, hopefully that helps. Sorry about that. Ooh, a lunar ring right out the gate. Don't mind if I do. Also, let's see if we can get lucky up here. What I'd really like to see is a powerful bleed item. Hedge my bets with this. I will. This is a good item. We're kind of setting ourselves up for like multiple archetypes right now, which is kind of what you do at the start of runs. Garbage, but we make money off of it, so it's fine. Sure. Alright, we're set up for like multiple different paths here, which is nice. Depending on what path I go down, I'll like read some of these items out. But like there's so many archetypes right now that I could go down. I don't want to, like I said, I can't read every item I come across, because I'm sure you can understand that like my videos are already pretty long, and that would make them even longer. And also I would have to do it literally forever into the like foreseeable future, because there's always new people finding my content and finding Skul. And I try and be as helpful as I possibly can be, but there's a limit to, like, you know, what I could conceivably do. Alright, that went well. And there's a troll. And also, I guess the game's trying to force this on me. I've seen it twice now. I'll take the troll, I guess. I'm not the biggest fan of troll. If you're wondering, it makes you guarantee your crit rate for 5 seconds. I don't know. A lot of people have really high opinions of troll, and I personally never really have. I don't think it's bad. It's just, like, most of the time kind of unnecessary. I find, at least, because, like, yeah, guaranteeing crits is cool and all, but the quint slot is a lot more valuable than people kind of tend to give it credit. And also, it's only 5 seconds of guaranteed crit, and if you're playing a crit run, odds are your crit rate's already pretty high. And if it's not high, you're doing something wrong. We're gonna let her out. Not take her deal, because she's kind of useless. She's, like, easily the most useless NPC pretty much across the board. Just in general, she's, like, especially if you have the mod I use. But, like, even then, like, the mod I use to reroll the abilities is really only, like, a quality of life thing. I could achieve the same results by, like, starting and resetting the run over and over until I get the abilities I want. But, like, as a content creator, it's just, like, very beneficial for me to be able to instantly reroll that shit and not have to worry about that. So that's why I use that mod. And also, I would use the mod even if I wasn't a content creator. I don't know who I'm trying to fool. I would use the mod, but still, like, just like my reasoning for using it helps me as a content creator. Let's, I guess. No, wait. I guess I'm happy I took the skull room. The other offer was a money room. That's like the only time you'll see me take skull rooms in Act 1, is if I'm being offered a money room alongside a skull room. And as always, money rooms are like at the bottom of the totem pole. Crit rate there is interesting. Kind of sets me up for like a build path I'm actually not currently on, like crit items or strike or something. Not crit rate across the board is useful though. Both of these characters are good crit item users, but I've also done a lot of crit item runs lately, and I wouldn't mind doing something else. Though crit items is like the most powerful archetype, so it's not shocking that I've done a lot of them as of late. This is good, and there's our Fulgent Dawn. What is happening? The game is apologizing for something. Did I have a bad run recently? I can't even remember. Here's potential strike. It's almost tempting to just take this. Because, like, we just got the crit rate buff. We have massive crit. Strike runs are always, like, I don't know. I always feel bad by the end of a strike run. Like, I could have done something cooler. But I'll take it. Because, like, what's the legendary going to be? It could be something good, but the odds of it being something, like, outrageously better than this is low. The real hesitation for taking this is, like, you can easily get this from the Huntress, because it loots from her. But it is a unique, so it's not going to show up that often. But now we have pretty good crit rate. I also kind of want to pick this back up, but I guess I'll just leave it. And I'm sure you can, like, kind of see right now why I don't value the troll very much, because, like, we're already at 43 crit rate. Although we, of course, got the spokesman buff, but still. It's a bit of a tough thing here. If I'm doing strike, I really have no need for magic scaling. But at the same time, I am not committed to strike yet, and I want treasure 4. So I guess that can go. We'll get courage via other means. I don't like losing the 30 damage percent right now, but we should be fine. I have to remember that we don't have the good swap on our swordsman yet. So I guess if I'm going a strike route, which I'm not necessarily going there yet, but this is a very simple item to talk about. Strike inscription increases crit damage by 20%, and then at 4 it has critical hits have a 30% chance to turn into even deadlier strikes, and this just increases your crit damage further by 35, and it has misfortune on it, which is a crit percent scaling, like you can crit more often, though we don't have misfortune yet. My opinion on strike runs is pretty low, if I'm being real. I think strike is one of the harder things to build around. It's very inconsistent. But strike runs, when they work, are very, 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 very powerful. Like, some of the strongest runs you'll ever have will be, like, extremely powerful strike runs. And something else to keep in mind when you're playing strike is, strike only works for skull damage until you can get, like, the tibia or something. And obviously you can't build around that, you know, like, for one fight in the game, and you take a bunch of item damage on your strike run. So if you're building strike, don't take a bunch of items that deal damage, just build around raw damage percent. But, like I said, I don't have a lot of faith in strike as an inscription. Strike 2, on the other hand, is good. Strike 4 is the thing that's, like, really hard to make work. So that's also worth pointing out, is, like, if you're building around just simply strike 2, that's fine. But strike 4 is just, like, a lot. It's a lot to ask for. Not that we're committed to strike or anything. If I see a pivot away from it, I'll take it. This is also looking to be a very obnoxious Yggdrasil fight. Alright. Thanks, Fulgent Dawn. Your contribution is appreciated. Love ya. At least we have consistent wheels. Thanks to Beast Sleep. But it ain't looking too good for, like, a, it's not looking too good for a, Yiggy ult skip. Nope. Okay, we got it. Nice. Because I hate that shit. This could determine a lot, though. Yiggy chests usually aren't very... Yeah, they're not very impactful, generally. Yeah, a bunch of straight garbage. I don't know what I want to get rid of, if anything. Probably just break a unique. Because, like, I don't know, none of that shit's super compelling to me. All trash here as well. So we'll take Old Reliable here, try and lose our, at some point try and lose this, last resistance. Go ahead and commit some Bone Shards to our Werewolf pal here. In fact, I'll go ahead and commit him to Unique. Because Strike Werewolf is, you know, there's a lot of potential there. Predation, unfortunate. I'm probably going to try and reroll that. I think if this is going to be Strike, I'd rather just have Hunt than anything else. So if I can get Beast Sleep and Hunt together, that's obviously ideal, but for now, it's just like, this shit is not what I wanted. Not that this still... I mean, I don't know. It's probably Strike at the move at this point. But anything can happen. We still have the Swordsman here. It could turn into a bleed run. That's interesting. Well, it's definitely better than this. We'll take it. For the record, this is a crit item. It doesn't work like most other crit items, though. It's basically like... With Invisible Knife, whenever you proc the item, it like instantly does something. But for this item, you have to stack 5 debuffs you can now see above the enemy head. And when you get those 5 debuffs above the enemy, it does like massive damage. It's a very powerful item, but it's also a very, very unique item. You need a lot of crit rate to make it good, which thankfully isn't that hard in this game. Lots of items here I would hate to see duped. There's a lot of good ones, too. Can I juggle? Please drop an item. Okay. Well, let's see here. I don't want to get rid of Treasure 4, but, like, come on. This is terrible. This is terrible. This is, like, not very good either. This is terrible. If we're going Strike, this is bad. This could open up a potential archetype, like a crit item style run. This is fine. This is fine. Most of these are pretty fucking bad. Let's just full send it. I could also just wait and hope he shows up again. I think, you know what, I'm going to do that. Kind of crazy, but like, a dupe here is not that impactful. And like, I don't know, I'm feeling lucky. If I don't see him again, then we just didn't see him, and it's not a big deal. Or at least that's how I'm going to look at it. I know we actually did see him, but let's pretend like we didn't. Yeah, go ahead and break, please, or open. And also, as usual, when it comes to critting, items can't crit without the tibia. So, like, applying the marks with your Misfortune Omen, you need to apply it with skull damage. That's strike. That definitely incentivizes me to get a speed skull. We also need damage. This that is my crit rate. We have 66 crit. I want to hold on to treasure for longer. Okay, we are really starting to see strike potential here. Perhaps this goes. No, it's my power for now. I kind of want to ditch this by strike on the pedestal. Yeah. This is good as well. One more. Yes, that's what I was hoping. Now we can get rid of this, even though it's sad that we can't buff it for now. But, like, this is excellent. Okay, I was getting the wrong thing. Alright, yeah, that'll do. Not too shabby. Good shot. Now you're starting to see those even deadlier strikes happen. Already missing my hidden dagger, but that's fine. On a strike run, there's no room for items like that. Strike runs are basically balancing acts. Like there's a lot that has to go right on a strike run for it to like justify itself, basically. Because with strike, you're juggling a lot of things at once. You're juggling your crit rate, your strike items, and your damage percent. And you only have 9 item slots, so like you need dense damage scaling, dense crit scaling, and good strike items to make it all worth it. And we got some pretty good ones for now. I'm going to be looking for a speed skull partner for my werewolf. We're also going to be looking, of course, to change that skill to a hunt. I was about to say, did he skip his ult? Little bro was taking his time. Ninja's going to be nice to loot here. Didn't drop a black steel dagger, unfortunately. For now, troll is better than flame dragon, but I'm definitely looking at that flame dragon and kind of thinking it looks pretty nice. Although, once again, Quince can't crit, so... which is really, really weird. I don't know why the devs made that decision. Well, I guess I know of a few reasons why. There are some Quince that, if they could crit, would be very powerful, which if you want to experience that, try out the custom items mod that me and Mr. Bakunudo made, which we have an item in that mod that makes Quince crit. In fact, Flame Dragon is one of those items that if it could crit would be very powerful. And of course I meant Quince, not items. Get out of here, commons. Or be a speed skull at the minimum, if you're going to be a common. There are some pretty good common speed skulls that I wouldn't mind. Oh, okay. I don't know why I did that. You get excited when you're playing Werewolf, and you want to jump around everywhere. This is also pretty good. The wheel can go. It's hard to say if we'll keep that to the end of the run, but that was stupid of me. But everything's fine. We're big time chilling, guys. Alright, give me bone shards. Yes, thank you. It's listening. Also, that is like the only common speed skull I don't want. Classic. I don't really care for this item, even though it is strike. Maybe it's good with Beast Leap. But we also already have a high crit rate, so it's like kind of meaningless. We need damage. This is a good start. Now's probably about the time we ditch Treasure 4. We already got value out of it, so it's fine. Yes, stuff like... Well, this is not damage scaling in the sense where I really want it. But it does scale my damage, so... This can go now. Because we do want Courage, though we will be looking to get rid of that item for a more damage scaling Courage item. I would really love to see... Oh, okay, that's not good. I would really love to see a... what's it called? Metal box before we get to the Act 3 adventures, though that's like giga copium. That is not happening. Or maybe it is, but like I'm going to move forward under the assumption it's not. Why'd I do that? Is this Leona? No. No? It is. Okay. Werewolf is very scary in the Leona fight because he's so fucking wide. Like, he's way too big for his own good. So we're probably going to be doing frequent swaps to our small boy during this fight. Especially when we get to phase 2 and they have the vertical beams. It is very hard to center him in the middle where he isn't going to take a bunch of damage. Another great thing about Swordsman is when he swaps, he stays in place, which is especially good for this. This very hyper-specific predicament we find ourselves in. You know what is very interesting is, and this is why I'm always trying to point people in the direction of Magic Werewolf, because everyone just pigeonholes him into a physical, as a physical skull, but he's like both. See how much damage that Predation did? And we have no magic investment, aside from like Fulgent Dawn. But like, he genuinely actually is a good magic skull, and people just don't see it for some reason. So I'm always trying to show people. Damn it. It's fine. Gotta be careful. This is exactly what I'm talking about right here. We're at 100% crit rate right now when we have our werewolf passive all the way up. If we can just get out here without her casting the vertical beams, that would be sick. That's why we have the swordsman here. This exactly came in handy. Oops. Beautiful. Almost pretty... Well, I guess we have last resistance. Maybe I should have died there, actually. I always forget, man. That's like my most consistent fucking quirk. Forgetting to die on purpose. It's crit rate. But it's also overkill. We don't need that. Something like this is maybe good, but you also need to trigger item damage to make it work. We do have the Misfortune Omen. Where would this go on this build? It opens at Manatech 3, but that is like completely unnecessary. Yeah, all this stuff is too good. Yeah, we're already starting to run into like the classic problem of like 9 item syndrome. It also doesn't help that none of this is inspiring. I'll just break a unique. Moving forward, there's quite a few items we want to see, but like they're pretty rare. Shorthand will probably be something I end up taking later. But for now, I'm gonna kind of just hold off If we can find like a nice curse, that would be especially nice. A curse that helps me, like something like, I don't know, ambition, you know? Excuse me? I mean, sure. I mean, I guess the game can't lie. He did get me. But I refuse to accept it was legit. The game can lie. It lied. He didn't get me. The game's just being a dick. Also, predation sending me flying forwards. Normally not even a bad thing. Here, pretty annoying. I don't even care if I died necessarily, because like I said, we do need to die on purpose. I would just like to be in control of when that happens. Money room here isn't even that bad. We need money for the shop. Okay, well, there's that. It's not even slightly what I wanted to happen. We still probably aren't at the shop after this, I would wager a guess. Based on how the run's been going so far. Nope, the shop is here. So I simply must not get got by this guy. Alright, beautiful. We did it. I hope I opened that treasure chest. Ooh! Okay. Alright. We can do this. Probably should get rid of this at this point. Buy misfortune on the pedestal. But it hurts to lose treasure. I'll still do it. Wait, what's my crit rate? 73? Oh, we don't need misfortune on the pedestal. That's a balance type. Give me a speed skull, man. I would gladly take the champion, too. Gotta remember to apply bleed. I was gonna knock it into him, which it looks like it got him anyway. Oh yeah, we also have the swordsman. What am I doing? It's like free. Even this version of the swordsman applies wounds consistently. Well done, sir. Already at 10. It's looking pretty good for Blood Drunk Sword farming. Still no Speed Skull partner, though. Man, the Fulgidon took out all these guys. How is Fulgidon doing that much damage on a strike run? Come on, bro. Speed. Okay, let's not fuck around with this this guy on the screen, though. I hope people are seeing what I mean about fucking troll. Obviously, this is like a pretty special circumstance since we got lucky and got the what's it called? Spokesman buff that we wanted, but even without the spokesman buff, it's still pretty consistently you can get like high crit rate and not have to worry about shit like that. Honestly, we don't even need the bleed or the swordsman to apply this to get this awoken. We're just consistently doing it with Beast Sleep. Also, you're starting to maybe see the issue with Strike in general. Is like we're on a good run, but like we have a lot of item slots not dedicated to our damage. And she also ulted. Wow, it's insane. Okay, I gotta be careful. Let me focus. We're not even close to out of this fight. Come on, ult. Gotta respect the rookie here. Alright, we win those. That was close, though. But yeah, this run's starting to show part of the issue. God, I wish he would drop her legendary. Starting to show part of the issue with Strike. Is how much you have to juggle. It makes it very, very hard. We still don't have a partner, man. This is definitely a run where I'm considering scaling my damage first. I should probably at least heal a little bit here. And I know, for the record, I don't have my partner yet, but I'm going to put a little bit of bone shards here. Also, that maybe I should have considered that clown. But I am not a fan of clown swap. Oops. I know someone will be like in the comments he wanted a speed skull and he didn't even look at the clown. Which I will admit, I didn't even really like pick up like, oh, that's a speed skull. But that's just because I very, very much do not like the clown swap, and I don't even think he would add anything of value to this run. He's not even a good strike character. Yeah, I don't care. You can see me, bitch. Come down here. Come catch these hands. Fuck it. You can see me too, bitch. You too. Join the party. Thanks for the heal, bozo. It's like, I ain't playing your dumb stealth game. Get out of here. If I wanted to play stealth, I'd play anything else but Skul the Hero Slayer. The least stealthy game of all time. For real, for real. Man, get out of here. Judgment, Grody. This could actually be pretty gnarly if I'm not careful. $46 of 50. Yeah, we're gonna get this like very soon. Which will be very helpful. We're almost close to 100 crit rate without even having a black steel dagger, which is really crazy. I do need damage, but like that's not the kind of damage I'm looking for. This is good though. Man, come on. Hope Slasher. The opposite. Dog. Why? I saw speed and I got excited. Maybe this will just be a swordsman partner. It's like at this stage the Beak of Raptor buff hardly even fucking matters. Oh, also, finally. Oh, but I'm poor. Aw, no. Are you serious right now? Honestly, I'm just going to leave her in there, I think. Because we can still get her in Act 4. They caught me lacking. Also, we will take the Samurai. That's so unfortunate. That's so fucked up. I've been looking for you the whole time, lady. Like, this run is gonna pop the fuck off if I can just get my hands on Hunt. Also, now we have even higher crit rate. We have 123 crit rate on our werewolf. What's it on my samurai? 85? God, that's crazy. There's no black steel daggers on this run. I mean, I don't even know what to say. This shit's wild. Oh, there she is again. This is why you don't always let NPCs out, by the way, when you see them. Even if you want them. But we still don't have a lot of money. If I'm really unlucky here, I could just roll both of the magic skills. At least this is a money room. Alright, give me hunt, please. No. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Thank you. Well, not exactly. I would have liked to have a beast sleep still, but I'll take the hunt. The predation's fine too, I guess. I am occasionally pressing that button. That did nothing, I'm pretty sure. Now there's definitely incentive to get skill cooldown and attack speed. However, something worth pointing out, I ran into it on my last werewolf run, is there is the negative threshold of attack speed to worry about. I will very likely not be building my... I will probably not be building my skill cooldown and attack speed all the way up, especially since we have some Baja Blast under our belt. Notice, by the way, that this is not that much... In fact, I would say it's, like, weaker than, like, just crit items, for instance. It's because we don't have all of those pieces of the puzzle we need to make a run like this work yet. Just very unfortunate across the board when it comes to strike runs, is they take so much juggling of so many different aspects to make them work the way you want them to. Still no good thing there yet. I'm literally holding out for a hero, but maybe I shouldn't be. I'm gonna hold out for a hero. Fuck it. Sometimes you just gotta. Am I commit? Oh wait, we have the samurai now. For some reason, I thought we still had the swordsman. All right, beautiful. That's good. Now we're gonna start adding into our skill cooldown and attack speed. These are two very good strike skulls, by the way. All we gotta do is fill in these last few missing pieces of the puzzle, and it's like super, super set. Some dense damage scaling, which it's already too late for the metal box, unfortunately. See if I can't fuck this guy up in one fell swoop. Maybe I don't even need the full moon slash. Oh, yeah, that's a multi-press skill. I gotta remember that. Alright, good. We kept the full moon. Not that I'm really trying to preserve it. I might even use it up here. Or maybe I'll use it when I see an executioner. My hunt's just killing things. I hope this isn't a champion. Okay, it's a Davy Jones. Because I would have liked a champion here. Screw you. I think the last strike run I did was a samurai run, which is interesting. We keep coming back to the concept. It is a very powerful concept. That run also barely won, so that's also worth mentioning. I think it's not too late for this. Might well be. This is the kind of dense damage scaling I want. But it's also less than this. Less, well, it's more than this in terms of damage, but only by 10. I'll just pass it. I think that's a trap. This is good. Now we have to probably get rid of something. This can go. Lose a little bit of crit rate for more damage. I think that's fair. That's a fair trade. I remember to dash often. This room's pretty gnarly. I was thinking about using the full moon slash here. Probably should have, because look how much damage I took. Basically, I think at this stage we're saving full moon slash for the adventurer, which is something I always say not to do. I don't know why I'm doing it here, but we can like hunt the adventurer and then full moon slash them and hopefully nearly one-shot them. Otherwise, this was super not worth. I'm thinking we're going to be alright in terms of the adventurer fight. Now would be an excellent time, by the way, for the slime that we let loose in the early game to come back and save the day with a sick dupe. Now there's a lot of dupes I would love to see. That's also fine, Halfling. I know it's not a big heal, but at least she showed up when I needed her. I have to acknowledge it, even though I'm annoyed that she always holds out on the big heals when you need them. Nice. I'm telling you, Hunt or Predation is still doing work. It's interesting. Like, Predation is genuinely, like, such a misunderstood and underrated skill. Werewolf in general is misunderstood in the sense that, like, people don't realize how versatile he is. Obviously, everyone knows he's good, but people just shoehorn him incorrectly into a specific archetype. Is there any items I've forgotten to explain, by the way? Oh, I'll explain a couple items, because I have been slacking on that. So this is the Hero's Holy Sword. It's just really dense damage scaling. Whenever you dash, you gain 100% damage for 2 seconds. Beak of Raptor, I should have shown this as well. Increases attack speed by 25% and crit rate by 5%. Swapping to a Speed Skull increases crit rate by 10 for 12 seconds. It's not that crazy. The swap, at least. It's good, but it basically puts it on par with the Assassin Dagger, which is increased crit rate by 15%, and this, whenever you swap to a Speed Skull, you get 25% attack speed and 20% movement speed. I think that's most of the important stuff I've missed. Apologies. It's going to be like a habit-forming thing. Hopefully the person who made that comment sees this far and sees that I'm trying to make an effort to do better in that regard. Glad we haven't crossed the negative threshold of attack speed. I'm going to be very careful with that. And if you're wondering what I mean by that is, when you're in Skul the Hero Slayer is interesting. Like, you can have too much attack speed, basically, and it, like, eats your inputs because the game can't keep up with how fast your character is moving. And it works with basic attacks. Some skulls have basic attacks where that can happen. And some skulls even have abilities where that can happen, and Werewolf is one of them. If you have too much attack speed on Werewolf, it actually fucks with Hunt in a very weird way. Also, we're going to have to very carefully time our full moon slash here. Here will be good. Okay, I actually have to apply these first. We got him. Near death. Hell yes. I don't gotta deal with your stupid ass. Also, we will absolutely take this Shadow Knights. It's gonna be doing more work than anything else. So I'm gonna add like maybe 3 here. I'll take it to 5. Then we'll go the rest here. you gotta be very, very, very careful with Hunt. And we may have even fucked it up, who knows. With these Baja Blasts. No, we got it. Okay, beautiful. A little scary there. Probably should have been more careful, but now we can show the power of single slash, which is like, sure, well, that was pretty cool that we just did that shit, you know? We just one-shot, basically, the adventurer. But it's gimmicky, right? The thing that makes Samurai good is consistent big damage output, and single slash does that perfectly fine. Which is why I'm always talking about not being stingy and holding on to your full moon slash for a boss or something. If you're like approaching a boss, that's one thing. But like if you're like in the middle of an act or something and you're like preserving your full moon slash, that's just not good. Which is what I did, and I would not recommend you do that. But like I just kept finding opportunities where like I didn't need to do it. So I like avoided doing it, which I shouldn't have been doing. Wait a second, are we in the fucked up negative threshold of attack speed here? Okay, no we're not. I just noticed I hunted him and it didn't do anything, like any damage to him, and it confused me. I will take this. Although I think maybe we're getting too many bone shards. Because like I'm not adding any more to my skill cooldown and attack speed. I'll take one more skull room and then I'll be done. Still want to max my my HP. Oh come on. Oh come on. Dude, what a fucking disaster. Fucking nasty ass demon hunter, man. Yeah, this is bad. I gotta be careful. We have a Shadow Knights, which can be helpful. I don't think I need to use it here, though. We don't have, like, a halfling that's gonna rescue me, though, so, like, we're on our own. This is maybe the worst thing that could have happened. Oh my god, it's not dead. Okay, we're fine. I hope. I can get out of here from here pretty consistently without losing my reassembly. This is a run where I definitely want to have reassembly for the endgame gauntlet, so... Okay, he died off screen, which is nice. Whoops, too early. No one's dropping HP orbs, man. Gotta love the samurai swap. We're not done yet? Oh my god. Definitely not a pain in despair. Oh, I took damage there? Oh my god, it's plate armor. Are you serious? Possibly the worst thing we could have come across. Hopefully these guys still died. Okay, they did. He even dropped an HP orb. I can do this from here with 30 HP. Because we can almost insta-kill Joan, because we're going to have full moon slash. Gotta be careful about using it on the pedestals. Also, these enemies have a chance to drop me some HP too. I can do this from here. It's just going to be a bit of a task. I would say this is a strike run that didn't quite get where I would want it to be, if I'm being honest. Strike is just kind of like this, generally. Sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, there's all full moon. This is why I'm always careful about building strike. I think strike is just kind of a bit of a Bit of an unfortunate case of resource management and how often it can fall short, even though this started off strong. It's not like it's weak, per se. It's just like, does this feel stronger than just an average fucking run? Like a damage percent run to you? And that's always the issue with Strike, is like, you gotta ask yourself, if this just feels strong, like if I were building raw damage, would I be stronger than I am now? And usually the answer is yes, and also I'm gonna die rambling. Then we got her. Yep. That's all I needed. So we kept our reassembly for the in-game gauntlet. At least if we can get past the hero, we kept it. Which is not a horrible ask. I can do that. We're going to have full HP because we have a lot of arachna scaling to do in our max HP. I think we can max out that shrine from here. And there it is. Oh, wait, that's melanophobia. Fuck! I got it. Ah! I got excited because that's like a thing I like to see. But, it's not what I wanted. So if that's the case, we can go get her. Doesn't make sense here. Very strangely, I'm thinking maybe innate power, but innate power sucks. Like, I guess predicted pain could be good, but like it's not good on Werewolf, and he's like the main source of our damage, which is why I'm thinking innate power. You know what? Fuck it. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna do stuff. Kind of. Alright, not maxed, but close. Weird bone shard run for sure. This is definitely not a low roll door count, so I feel like I should have gotten more, but what are you gonna do? It's a strike run. It's cursed to begin with. And also, just to show these off, because I can't do this every... Like, maybe someone, or the person who asked me to do this is seeing how this slows down the pace and how it's, like, impossible to do every episode, because then it would be, like, 15 minutes longer than it normally should be, but... Collection of Desire is just... you see me take it every run. It's pretty straightforward. For every 2 inscriptions you have, gain 25 damage. Even though this isn't the best Collection of Desire, it's still good enough to take. Shorthand is whenever you're near enemies, your damage is amplified by 30%. We'll see how much that comes in handy. I wasn't offered a better curse, so this is good enough. Weakness exposure is whenever you deal 3 upon accumulating... Wait, leave a mark when attacking it. Yeah. So whenever you attack an enemy, you apply a mark to them, kind of like with Samurai's stuff. And then when you apply 3 marks to an enemy, the marks disappear and deal damage. It's really good on rapid DPS runs, which this kind of is. It's especially good on poison runs. It's pretty much a must-have on poison inscription runs. And this is just like our basic attacks deal more damage. Amplified damage, I should say. Which is worth noting. This is dense damage scaling, but is it... Actually, I still have treasure on the pedestal. What could go if I take this? And I think the answer is really nothing. But it is extremely dense damage scaling, and I can make it even denser. I guess I could ditch... No, that wouldn't be... Maybe this can go even. I swear to God, every time I take Golden Sword, but it is dense damage scaling, and it's dense enough to be good. It's just we don't need arms for. It's kind of a hangover on this run. Like, it's a holdover inscription that I didn't mean to build, but we just built naturally because a lot of sword or arms on them have dense damage on them. We need this for treasure. Or, not treasure, courage, even though I really don't like it being here. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Seems like it's hard to take. This is worth more damage than this. I mean, if it's worth more damage, what's stopping me? Like, even get more max HP. Yeah, that seems good. Losing arms kind of sucks, though. It is damage at the end of the day. Everything else is too important, though. Now we have a max scale, actually, on our... In fact, I should have actually broke this, which I still can, actually. Gave him more... No, I can't. Well, then that was a mistake. I should have broke the Evil Eye because it's worth 5 more max HP. Bit of a min-max loss, I guess. If I lose the run by 5 HP, we'll know. we'll have to gaze into the dark universe. However, here's my kit. It's good. It's not what I wanted for a strike run, but often you kind of feel that way by the end of your strike runs. It's like, yeah, you know, maybe this is why I generally don't build strike, because, you know, it's very inconsistent. And even if you start with strong prospects for strike, it usually doesn't live up to those beginning hopes. But it's not like all bad. Like, this run is fine. It definitely has the potential to win. It's just about execution from here. Got a lot of max HP. We kept our reassembly by a hair, but we still did. And yeah. But also, just think back, right? The last strike run felt a lot like this. So you're starting to notice a pattern if you watch my videos often. That strike is just, unfortunately, oftentimes misses the bar. But when it hits the bar, it's like, god dang, it hit that bar. Alright. We should have Full Moon Slash for Dark Hero. We can do a lot of damage to him. Alright, so obviously we're gonna hunt him before we Full Moon Slash him to get the most out of it. And hope from there that I can at least deal a fuckload of damage to him and make this easier. So I'm gonna swap to Werewolf. I'm gonna wait for him to finish this attack before I do it. Also, I will unleash the beast. Oh, I forgot to apply the marks, fuck. It still did so much. Fuck, dude, we could have, like, one-shot him, maybe. Unfortunate that I forgot that. Why is it... Wait, hang on. Why was that a proccing strike? What the fuck? Did you guys see that? That's not supposed to be a thing. Maybe it was fake proccing it? Quince cannot crit. That is weird. Very weird. Wait, why don't I have a single slash up? Oh, it's the meatball. Wait, did he grab? He did. What the fuck? Damn it, Hero, can you just give up? Fucking lose, bitch. Leave. For the love of God. That was weird, though, man. That striking threw me off. I didn't even see him fucking grab because I was too busy thinking about that. That is something I've never noticed, but I also don't play strike super often. But I know that that shit can't proc crits for a fact, because Quince just cannot crit. Unless I've missed the text on Shadow Knights all along. This Quint can crit. Cannot. Which would be a very interesting thing to miss. It's like Shadow Knights is already such a good Quint. That would make it like an insane Quint. Alright, strike enhance time. Let's see here. Critical hits have a 10% chance to turn into even more deadlier strikes. It's honestly, it's good. It's not bad, but it never works out the way you want it to. However, if I could get Full Moon Slash up, we would have the potential here to one-shot Dark Skull. So I would not mind. This time I won't fuck it up either. With how small he is, it's almost not even worth using that second skill. He's a little guy. When he's in the corner, though, it works. Oh, I didn't think he'd get me there. Alright, we're close to Full Moon Slash. Owie. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Okay, thank you. It's always the fear of him dropping right on your head. Fucking your whole day up. Alright, we have Full Moon, which means we can't really use single slash anymore. We gotta rely on Werewolf now. Not that that's a bad thing. It's a very good thing, actually. Although I can swap out to my Samurai and use that Giga swap. Not exactly going the way I want it to, I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking too much damage. Getting too fixated on the one shot, but I do want this to happen. It's gonna be sick if I can get it. I don't even think it'll one-shot him. It will do a lot to him, though. If I can get the even deadlier strike, which is just luck-based, but that would one-shot him. Step one, apply that. Wait for him to be in a vulnerable position. Fuck, I missed. We got him. Oh, that didn't do anything. That's why it's bad to fixate on Full Moon Slashes. Single slashing is just as good. Close. Nearly got me. That hit me, really? Gonna try and single slash him with a hunt debuff on him. So here comes the Giga ult, which we can very easily dodge with these characters. Whoops. Now here's the Giga ult. The Ultra Giga ult. Should be no issue to dodge. Although, of course, I could get hit here, and that would suck. Nope! Nice try, buddy. Maybe next time, though. Oh, wait, I should stop. Okay. If he jumps on you, there ain't much you can do about it. Please don't be Power Skull. Don't do it. Always Power Skull. Alright, we got out of it. As you can see, though, like, come on. Like, compare that to so many of my runs. And just think, like, how long I was in that fight. It is what it is. Strike is just. I don't want to make this a strike complaint episode, but like it's clear as day to all who see it. Anyways, this is actually a rare instance where I'm not going to take the tibia because the femur of despair is better. Increased physical and magic by 4% for 3 seconds upon landing a critical hit, maximum 80. Crit damage increases by 55 when this effect reaches its maximum value, which, like I said, our high crit rate makes this very consistent. Please say I grabbed it. I did. For a moment, I thought I grabbed the pelvis, which wouldn't be bad, but it's not what we want. The femur is going to make things a lot easier, although, funnily enough, tibia might still have been better, but we don't have a lot of items, so... In fact, tibia probably isn't better. I think this is going to be hard. This is not going to be an easy Alexander victory, so I'm going to kind of focus up a little bit here. Even with the femur gotten, he's being a dickhead as well. I could not dash. He's really doing this already? My face also itches so bad because of my allergies. Alright. Pretty good phase 1, honestly. It went good enough. We got the vertical beams, but like, it's not the end of the world. I think we're in pretty good shape. If I get a full moon, I'm going to save it for the chest phase so I can skip the debris. There it is. My face, it itches. The agony. Now it's time for the rift. Gotta be careful about dealing too much damage to that. Ow. I'm not even going to activate Shadow Knights here. I think that's too risky. Alright, beautiful. Alright, here it comes. I think he's still debuffed. No, he was not. Alright, well, that sucks. And I took a lot of damage too. Alright, we're going into the debris. Ain't really shit I can do about that. At least we got to see the little bonehead flying through the debris. So you want to get out pretty quickly here. Alright. We win for sure. I'd be shocked if I lost from this point. At least, you know what? It's just the skulls are good. That's what this run really comes down to, is these characters are good. They all have very good fundamental, mechanics attached to them that makes them worthy. But like the build itself, I don't think has much to do with our victory here, which is rare for me to say, but that's how I feel. Why does he even do this? Oh, you did 3 damage to me, man. Sick, brother. You got me. Now, one way I could lose from here is if I have to go into the fucking giga ult from him, which if you've never seen that shit, it's pretty fucking gnarly. Alright, we got him. How are we gonna do this windscreen? Swap into the werewolf. I think that worked. Yup, GG's. Yep, pretty poopy. It's just Strike doing Strike things, you know? It is what it is, man. Strike is it exists. And we also never got once the Giga crit on the full moon slash. Like the even 10% chance for an even better crit, which is why it's like kind of crazy to build around it. Not that I did, but yeah, this is just how often Strike runs feel by the end. I would say it needs help. Strike 2, for the record, completely fine. I know I said that earlier in the video, but Strike 2 is very consistent and powerful. Strike 4 is the thing that requires too much investment from you, the player. 3 items here that are pretty much, I mean, they're not, these are all fairly decent Strike items, but like, it just makes less room for damage scaling. It's like, what if these 3 items were dedicated to, like, just courage items or really dense damage scaling arms items or something? It's problematic, and it ultimately leads to your run feeling like if you had just built raw damage percent, it would have been a lot better. But, you know, I'm not really complaining too hard. At least we got the golden victory screen, and you know, had an entertaining episode, at least, hopefully. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you, although I am very tired now. Been recording for a long time today, so and this episode took a little longer than normal. So I guess this will be like a fairly long episode. I hope you guys are buckled in. You know, you're snug under your little blanket. You got a little hot cocoa or something. You're just chilling out. Your eyes are getting heavy. You know, maybe you're already zoned off and you hear me in your dream. You are flying. You are flying. You are flying through the sky, like a majestic bird. And you are now lucid dreaming and you have full control. And now you're soaring through the heavens and you're gonna go like laser blast Mount Rushmore or something. I don't know. From here, you just take it from here. I'm just giving you like a scenario. But yeah, the lucid dream is real. But yep, that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.